Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Davis and I'm so excited to be working with you guys this semester. This is the U.S. History Survey since 1877, HISD 2493, and this is an online class. So everything you will need for this class is 100% online. So I want to go over in this video the course, along with some of my requirements for the course and some different policies. First off is the syllabus. This is the syllabus which you're seeing on the screen right now. It probably looks a little bit different from what you're used to seeing. With syllabi, usually they're this long paper, and a while ago I decided that my syllabi are going to actually be websites because I think it's a little bit more user friendly. So the syllabus is posted on Blackboard. You'll click on it and it'll bring you to this main screen. The overview of the course is this is a survey course, so we're going to look from 1877 to the present, and we're going to really speed through over 150 years of history. This course does fulfill the gen ed learning outcome of critical thinking, and that is one of the big things we're going to be working on this semester. While this is a history course, ultimately what this is a skills-based course. You're going to develop skills that you're going to be using in every class you ever take, particularly your upper division courses. So we're going to work on how to read sources. We're going to work on how to do citations. We're going to work on how to look for information. So this really is going to help you expand all the skills you need for the rest of your college career. So the course is an online course. Everything is set up, so if you want to, you can totally work ahead in the course. I will grade it as soon as it comes in, basically. That being said, if you're working kind of with schedule, all material for the course is due Saturdays at 11:59 p.m. The reason for that is I spend Sunday mornings grading. If you do need an extension, shoot me an email. Just beware, I do accept late work. So if you do need an extension, shoot me an email. One thing to be aware of is I may change the course. I highly doubt it because it's an online course and I have everything really laid out. But I may need to change the course, particularly if I realize people are struggling with certain ideas. If I do change the course, I will reach out to you and we'll let you know. So, required text. Everything you need for this course is online, and it's actually all linked to the syllabus and it's linked to Blackboard. We're going to be using American Yawp as our main textbook. There are going to be some primary sources. There are going to be some podcasts, some other readings that go with it. And there are also going to be mini lectures from me and lessons. All of this is free to use, so you don't need to buy anything for this course. Okay. So classroom policies. Wait, Dr. Davis, we're online. Well, yeah, we're still a classroom. So the big thing to be aware of is I do ask that you are respectful to me and your classmates. History is complicated and it's often really uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie, it's really uncomfortable. We're all going to have moments where we're like, wait, what? That happened? Yeah. So I ask that you're respectful to your classmates and to me. We're all from a variety of backgrounds. We all goof up at times. So just be respectful. Okay. Academic integrity. So don't cheat. Come on, y'all, don't cheat. One of the big things with academic integrity is that I don't allow AI in the classroom. Some disciplines allow it. That's fine for them. I don't allow AI in my classrooms. History is one of those disciplines where we want you to develop critical thinking skills. Well, if you're using AI, you're not actually developing those skills at all. So, no AI use. I have assignments set up, so it should be pretty easy for me to catch AI usage. But any violation of academic integrity, any cheating, any use of AI, any plagiarism, we're going to have a conversation. And I will report you to the university because I have very much a zero tolerance policy. Okay. Americans with Disabilities Act. The big thing to be aware of with this is that if you have some sort of accessibility or if you have an accommodation, you need to get that to me. So I need to have a formal paper from the Office of Testing and Accessibility Services. I need to have that formal paper. You can't just say, well, I have this. I need that formal paper. Without it, I'm not allowed by the university. I'm not allowed by the university at all to grant you accommodations without having that piece of paper. So please make sure if you have accommodations, you get that official paper to me as soon as possible. Okay, so the question I know all of you are worried about is, what are the semester assignments? So one thing to be aware of with all semester assignments is I do accept late work. I don't care when it is, even if you're turning it in the last week of class, I do accept late work. The semester assignments that you will be graded on are varied. So not every week, but nearly every week, there's going to be a discussion board. Those are due Saturdays at 11:59 p.m. The discussion boards will have you reflect on material we went over that class, particularly in the weekly lessons, and put it into kind of a real world usage. So you'll be graded for your discussion boards. Those are 20 points each. And when you go on to the syllabus, you can actually click on there and it will take you to more information, particularly the grading scale. Each week, we're going to do what's called a primary source declension. A primary source declension has you look at a source from the past and has you think very, very critically about it. We're actually going to be building towards primary source declensions. So your first primary source declension won't be until week 3 because you're going to have some practice work to get you to where you can do a primary source declension. There will be a midterm, and the midterm is actually 3 primary source declensions all rolled up together. So that'll be week 7. The big part of your grade is going to come from a research project. So you're going to take a movie and you're going to put it into historic context. We're not going to worry about the research project yet. I'm going to introduce that after your midterm. Now, to help you with your research project, there are what are called scaffolding exercises. Scaffolding exercises are basically skill building exercises or mini to get you ready for the project itself. So when you finally sit down to do your project, you will be good to go. Now your project is a PowerPoint. So for those of you who don't like to write, don't worry. It's a PowerPoint. You're not going to write a paper for me, but you are going to do research and think critically about the past. Your research project is due finals week. So I don't like giving finals. So instead of having you do a final, you will have the research project due instead. Last but not least, extra credit for me is if you find an article from the Smithsonian Magazine related to what we're talking about in class that week, you can write a reflection paper on it and send that to me. And you just have to send it to me the week we're doing it. So if you find something about World War II, it has to be from World War II week, not from the Cold War week, that type of thing. You can do as many of these as you want. I had a student one semester literally send me one every week and earn like over 100 points extra credit. So that's the extra credit. You can do as many as you want. Last but not least, the semester schedule. So I'll send out the link to the semester schedule every week. It's set up that you can just click on it as well. So I'll go to week 1. For the semester schedule, you'll notice that it will have the weekly lesson. Then it will have your assignments that are due and any other readings that are due. So going down to week 2 or week 3. The weekly lessons are also linked to Blackboard, and all you do is you click on them, and then you'll go through the lesson itself, and you'll know you've gotten to the end of it when it says concluding thoughts. So, if you have questions on the syllabus, please let me know. If you have questions on anything, please let me know. I check my email pretty regularly. The only time I don't check my email is usually on the weekend. I'll try and take a day off over the weekend. Usually it's Saturday, but since your work's due Saturday, I'll be checking it. But please reach out. I love teaching history. You'll see this in my mini lecture videos that pop up throughout the semester. And this is what I love doing. I love this topic. I love looking at US history since 1877. It's actually where my research is. So you'll notice I'll be saying, oh yeah, I'm doing research in this topic. It's going to be so much fun. So I look forward to working with you guys this semester. If you have any questions, please, please, please email me.